It's time for spelling analysis. Are you ready? The first syllable is brave. She was very brave. Go ahead and say brave. And let's sound it out. B-R-A-V. Silent final E. Go ahead and write brave. Sound it out as you write it. Good. Good sounding it out nice and loud. Now help me to write it. B-R-A-V. Silent final E. All right, how do we mark it? We'll put a line over the A and we'll double underline the silent final E because the vowel said its long sound because of the E. Now, that's one reason for a silent final E in this word. Do you see a second? You're right. English words do not end in V or U, therefore add an E. Let's read it. B-R-A-V, brave. The next word is mirror. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Go ahead and say mirror. How many syllables in mirror? 2. We will say to spell mirror, roar. What will we say to spell? Mirror, roar. Let's sound it out. The first syllable is mirror. M-E. Use an I-E-Y. The second syllable is roar. Or. Go ahead and write mirror, roar. It's a lot of sounds, isn't it? Remember to use an I-E-Y to spell mirror, the E sound. All right, good. Help me to write it. M-E-R. The second syllable is roar. Or. And what sound of I-E-Y do you hear in mirror? That's right, you hear the third sound, E. And then we'll underline the or. Now, let's read it. M-E-R, or, mirror. Notice, or is saying its schwa sound, mirror, because it's unstressed. The stress is here, mirror. Good. The next word is shout. Please don't shout. Go ahead and say shout. And let's sound it out. Sh, ow. Use an ow, o, oo, t. Go ahead and write shout. Excellent. And help me to write it. Sh, ow, t. And how will we mark it? We'll underline the sh and the ow. Let's read it. Sh, out, shout. The next word is shadow. There is a long shadow on the sidewalk from the tree. Go ahead and say shadow. How many syllables in shadow? 2. We will say to spell shad-o. What will we say to spell? Shad-o. Let's sound it out. The first syllable is shad. Sh-a-d. The second syllable is o. Use an ow-o. Go ahead and write shad-o. Sounding it out as you write it. And help me to write it. The first syllable is shad, sh-a-d. The second syllable is o. And how will we mark it? We'll underline the sh and the o. What sound of ow-o do you hear in shad-o? The second, you're right. Let's read it. Sh-a-d-o, shadow. The next word is spinning. She is spinning in circles. Spinning. Go ahead and say spinning. How many syllables in spinning? 2. Now, before we say this to spell this word, I have a question for you. We added the suffix ing to which word? That's right, we added ing to spin to make spin-ing. Now, when we have a word that ends in sp-in, that one vowel followed by one consonant, what do we need to think about? You're right, we need to think about, do we double the consonant? So, we will double the consonant because you can hear spin-ning, that the stress is on the syllable before the suffix, spin-ning. So let's go ahead and sound it out together. Actually, we will say to spell spin-ning. What do we say to spell? Spin ning. So let's sound it out. The first syllable is spin. S-p-i-n. The second syllable is ning. N-i-ng. Go ahead and write spin, ning. Spin, ning. Good, and help me to write it. The first syllable is spin. S-p-i-n. The second syllable is ning. N-i-ng. And how will we mark it? We'll underline the ng. Now, remember, the root word here is spin, and we added the vowel suffix ing. So when a word ends in one vowel followed by one consonant, and it's spinning, that stress is on spin, then we'll have to double the consonant, and there it is. Let's read it. Sp-i-n-n-i-ng. Spinning. The next word is screamed. She screamed loudly. Screamed. Go ahead and say screamed. Now, I scream now. Yesterday, I screamed. Do you hear? It's a past tense word. So when you hear screamed, what sound of d is that? You're right. It's the past tense ending. All right, let's sound out screamed. S-k. Use a k. E. Use an E-A. D. Ed-t. Past tense ending. Screamed. Go ahead and write screamed. Be sure you sound it out so that you write every sound as you are writing it. Great. And now help me to write it. S-k-e-m-d. And how will we mark it? We'll underline the E. And what sound of ed-t do you hear in screamed? The second. You're right. Here's scream. Here's the past tense, screamed. Let's read it. S-k-e-m-d. Screamed. The next word is bottom. It is at the bottom of the pail. Bottom. Go ahead and say bottom. How many syllables? 2. We will say to spell bought, Tom. What will we say to spell? Bought, Tom. Let's sound it out. The first syllable is bought. B-a-t. The second syllable is Tom. T-a-m. Go ahead and write bought, Tom. Good. And help me to write it. The first syllable is bought. B-a-t. The second syllable is Tom. T-a-m. Let's read it. B-a-t-t-a-m. Bottom. The next word is closet. Please close the closet door. Closet. Go ahead and say closet. How many syllables in closet? 2. We will say to spell clause, et. What will we say to spell? Clause, et. Let's sound it out. The first syllable is clause. K. Use a k. S. L. A. Z. Use a s. Z. The second syllable is et. Et. Go ahead and write clause, et. Good. Clause, et. And help me to write it. The first syllable is clause. K. L. A. Z. The second syllable is et. Et. And how will we mark it? What sound of z do you hear in clause? The second. The z sound. Okay, question for you. What happens if we take the T off? What word do we have there? Close, as in close the door. And you can close the door and keep things in a closet to keep them closed up. Let's read it. K-l-a-z-et. Closet. Great work today.
Combining the science of reading with the joy of learning. Learn more at foundations.logicoфenglish.com.